Today, the topics is about the two temples, the Temple of Protanas and the Temple of Fire. Next, please. So here's the pictures of two temples. The first one is the Temple of Protanas, which is from the Roman period. Actually, it's the archaic period, and especially it is from the of the Roman period. And the Temple of Fire is from the Greek period. So as you can see, the two temples are both very massive. And next, please. So first of all, the Temple of Fire is from the archaic period. So it is about the size. The size of it is 28.8 times 13.6 meters. So it is actually a very big temple. Next, and it is from Roman period. Okay, so today the most important thing I'm going to talk about is the comparison between the two temples. First of all, the two temples are similar in some ways. They are both dedicated to the gods. So the Temple of Fire, it is dedicated to the god of fire, which is a god in the period like most the people are respectful of. But the real function or the purpose of the temple is still remains unknown. Maybe it is dedicated to the god. And also the Temple of Protanas is also dedicated to the god Protanas, which is the god in the ancient period. People believe that this is a god of the livestock, rivers, like that. And also, they both have the columns in the front. Can you go back to the first picture? Yeah, so they both have the columns in the front. However, the Temple of Protanas, it only has 4 columns down in the front and the six columns on the side. But the Temple of Fire, it has 6 columns and both 6 columns on the side and in the front. And they both have a base, as you can see, and they have a slope for the entrance. However, there are some difference between them. Can you go to next? Yeah. One of the temple of one of the column of the temple is Doric style. And another one is Ionic style. So first of all, Doric style, it has a circular capital on the top, and the Doric columns are more stocky and massive. So they're usually made in Greek period. Well, people use them to like hold the whole temple and for some architecture functions. However, the Ionic columns, they are usually they're usually more slender and taller, and usually they're used in smaller buildings. And next, please. So as you can see, the capital of the Ionic columns, they are more decorated, and there are like kind of the decorations going on all around the column. Next. So this is the comparison between the two styles. They both have the base. However, the temple, the Ionic style, the columns for it are usually taller, and also there are more uh, decorations going on between the trees of the Ionic style temples. And going back to the temples I just talked about, there are also the pediments and a very famous sculpture called the Sculpture of a Warrior in the Temple of a Fire, but it's moved, so you cannot see it from the picture. Next. Next. So they are both made like from different styles. For the Temple of a Fire, it is peripheral hexa style, and for the Temple of Pradana, it is pseudo peripheral. And you can see and they are very typical style of the temples in Asian period. And you can see the Temple of Fire, the columns of them are more strong and wider, so they're used for very typical reasons, just for the architectural function. However, the columns for the Temple of Pradana, the columns are attached to the wall, as you can see, so they are more likely for the decorative function. Next. And this is a plan of both temples. They all have a silla in the middle. However, from the temple of the proto style, it has two beams horizontally across the temple. And also has they both have the three columns going around. So, and this is the Temple of Fire. This is Temple of Pradana. Next. So, this is a clear picture. So, the silla of the Temple of Pradana, it doesn't have any beams going around in the silla. However, the Temple of the Fire, it has two beams across horizontally. Also, it has the small columns going around in the middle of the silla. And I guess that's it. Thank you.
Any feedback for